Playing games on your own, well, as it turns, is a lot like playing with friends, except sometimes it's better. It's just you, sometimes a controller, and in this case, your cell phones. Whatever it is that your heart desires, today I'm gonna be showing you about 30 of some of the biggest and most graphically stunning free-to-play single-player games for your Android and iOS devices within 2022. Shall we?
Leave no enemy standing! I got it!
Guys, at number 1, we've got over here the definition of a perfect mobile game from only 48 hours ago, something I've been waiting for a long time to talk about, going by the name Goddess of Victory. Well, first off, what's just described as an immersive science fiction RPG shooter, as you could probably tell, and sitting on the Play Store with a 5 out of 5 review score and over 500,000 downloads since a couple of days ago. Something you do not see very often, actually maybe once every year. This game's free, it is fine-tuned to literally perfection, and man, does it actually deliver on the content.
Violence is always the answer. I'll put a bullet in every last stinking one of you. Blizzard! This battle shall be my masterpiece.
There's more where that came from!
Time for an injection.
Coming up behind that at number 2, just so we actually get to the good news ASAP, this game right over here is unavailable at the moment, but coming over to the Play Store for free, rumors has it, this month. Guys, this is in case you have somehow missed it, what's called Ares, Rise of Guardians. Perhaps the biggest Korean game announced this whole year as a science fiction MMORPG and a multi-platform, but single player. Check it real quick and make sure to stay tuned for that precise release date.
It is a long and somewhat complicated story.
This is at the moment available on consoles, PCs, and the Apple Arcades only. The Android version of it is due in about a week, I hear. We've got at number 3 something here called Little Orpheus. What is described as a technicolor, side-scrolling adventure and a lot inspired by classic Simbad games. If you're a fan of old school stuff and appreciate a good story, some really good graphics and some world-class controller support, this is definitely the one for you. Just keep it in mind. Next up, we've got Ultimate Sackboy from actually earlier September this year. This is a running platformer, well, quite a bit in the same vein as Subway Surf, but with a very different and diverse environment pool. Be it the characters or the stages, this game is just jam-packed with free content. There's one problem though, the game will take you down for 2 GB of space.
That's Rachel Amber. Something happened to her. The town is going to get wiped out by a tornado.
Coming up at number 5, it's the old award-winning story-based hit Life is Strange. This is by far the best mobile game on the platform if we're talking story and engagement. Hell, it even comes with its own twists and turns, and the kind that you don't really see in any other game. Games now here exclusively on Android, comes with full controller support and all new photo mode customization options, lots of it, and if you do like a Telltale game, or mainly Quantic Dream games, this is definitely the one for you.
Chloe, I am never leaving you again.
Car Simulator San Andreas is a driving simulator in which you will enjoy freestyle.
At number 6 from earlier June this year, we've got Car Sim San Andreas, technically a driving sim and a racing game to an extent, with a very nice amount of content for its type of game. Obviously, as the title suggests over here, this game takes place in San Andreas. It's pretty much just Grand Theft Auto, except you can't really leave the car, but you get to drive a very diverse pool of visually really advanced cars and some really good controls as well. Check it out, game's very fine-tuned and smooth in nature.
The map is well detailed.
I've actually mentioned this one a couple days ago, but just in case you missed it. Dynasty Legends 2, on the other hand, is now perhaps the most important Musou-style action RPG on the entire platform when it comes to replay value. Honestly, if there is a single element or thing you do enjoy about Musou-style games like Dynasty or Samurai Warriors, pick this game up right now. Don't even think, but just consider this. The game will take you around 4 GB of space, and it could sometimes get a little bit buggy depending on your device.
For several weeks, I investigated the case of a missing girl.
Sitting on the Play Store with the absolute most positive review scores out of the whole horror genre, we've got at number 8, Forgotten Memories. Guys, this is not a free-to-play game, it's a $5 mobile port masterpiece. See, Forgotten Memories, legitimately the single best third-person psychological survival horror game on the platform. What you'd want to go for if you've ever had hands on Resident Evil or any Silent Hill game and didn't like the slightest thing about them. It is that and a lot more. Check it out, this game is also playable with a controller.
Why did you come alone? I would like you to help an old friend of mine. You just need to find her and set her free. That's your job, right? You find people and try to figure out why they're missing, don't you?
Moving on, we've got the old-time famous action-packed anime RPG My Hero Academia, and now available at the palm of your hand. MHA The Strongest Hero is a PvP-based, semi-open world, level-based single-player exploration game, and just simply one of the most diverse in content, free and fun to play games on the platform right now. Be it if you're a fan of fighting, MMORPGs, or just anime style games, it does truly deliver and it is very smooth in nature. Check it out, there's one problem here, this game will take you down for 2 GB of space. Attack mode. At number 10, thank God I actually finally remembered to give this one a mention over here. From January this year, we've got Gangpire Fire and Fury sitting on the Play Store with over 1 million downloads and a 4.5 review score as one of the most interesting mixes of level-based strategy, to some extent even gacha-style games, but an open-world third-person shooter. So you could probably tell the game's quite unique in nature, it's quite fine-tuned, very addictive, and also very free.
Whoa, this is great.
Zombie Hunter D-Day 2, on the other hand, is actually available for pre-register only on both TapTap and the Google Play. Now, it's for those of you unfamiliar, just a pretty brand new survival first-person zombie shooter, albeit taking cues from games like The House of the Dead, but pretty unique in story and aesthetic as well. This game is said to be fully free with in-app purchases only, as opposed to the previous entry. It comes with an even bigger pool for zombies and bosses, even stages. Coming up behind that, we've got Payday Crime War. Well, this is from barely a week ago, sitting on the Play Store with only 1,000 downloads, which is kinda just mind-blowing how underrated it is for a Payday console to mobile port and a free-to-play game, and one that actually supports co-op play. It's just an honorable mention though, guys, because this is not really a single-player game, or at least it's not the best if played solo. It is very smooth and rewarding, and takes you down for only 100 MB of space. At number 13, we've got, with only 1,000 downloads on the Play Store, I mean, I just don't really get it why games with such huge effort are going so much off the radar lately. Well, anyway, something here called Gangsta Paradise. This is a gangsta-themed, obviously, strategy, hustle sim, and street fighting game that came out only a week ago. One of the better gangsta-based games of 2022, regardless of the genre. It's free all the way, literally fine-tuned to perfection as it is, and takes you down for 1 GB of space as well.
Hola, tough guy.
The money we're paying, you got no reason to kill that white boy. He's got our shit.
Moving on, we have Into the Dead 2, the sequel to the hit zombie action game Into the Dead that is sitting on the platform with over 50 million downloads as a Netflix original game. Into the Dead 2 over here is everything the series had to offer with better graphics, new storylines, better controls. Hell, this game is even playable with a keyboard, not just a controller. At number 15, we've got Injustice Samurai 3. This is another hit MMORPG by the same old developers who came up with the earlier games, in which you will technically get to play as a samurai during the Tang Dynasty, where your main objective is to just mainly finish quests by taking down hordes of enemies at once. The game is playable online, offline. It's not quite available worldwide yet, although you could use the link in the description for a free version, which is quite fine-tuning gameplay as well.
Step out of the shadows.
At number 16, it's the old Batman, the Telltale series. Well, not just Batman. In fact, this is an honorable mention because all the Telltale series are without a doubt some of the best single-player story-based games on cell phones. There's the Wolf Among Us, the Walking Dead series. Anything the Telltale had actually released so far is well worth the time and the price, which will come a little later because the first episode of these games are actually free. Batman the Telltale is very fine-tuned in nature. It is even playable with a controller.
Too long. This city has burned with corruption and greed. And with Bruce's help, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot...
At number 17, we've got Dragon Sails, with the most positive review score, kind of, though, in today's list. This is an action, pirate ship, battling, sim, and quite huge in content for a game that's only 400 megabytes of space. It's crazy. If you do like action-packed games, enjoy controlling boats and ships and stuff, and lots of rewards, this is definitely the one for you. The game is really smooth in gameplay, and it has actually been around for more than 6 months, so it's quite bug-free as well. At number 18, we've got Oceanhorn. This is an action, casual, platform adventure, just for those of you new, probably what you'd get by mixing Uncharted, just a little bit though, with Zelda, because this game's mainly a puzzle adventure rather than an action, but nonetheless, it is a story-heavy or just story-focused game and pretty good in every single element for a free one. It's got great control, some superb graphics, great story, and about 24 hours of gameplay for free. At number 19, we have a game that's been coming since almost 10 years ago, assuming you haven't had hands-on yet over here, called Banana Kong 2, which is perhaps the best thing that happened to the gaming industry in July this year. Banana Kong was originally just a masterpiece of a game when it came out first, and now take all of that and whatever goodness about the first game and multiply that by at least 5. The graphics in this game are truly incredible for a free-to-play mobile game. The gameplay is perfect, it's smooth, god, the story arc is even great. Well, last but not least, the music. Alright guys, now number 20, from just a day over a month, we've got something here called True Speed Racing. Actually, one of the top most underrated driving/racing games of 2022, and some ratings up to the roof for a car game out of an indie developer. Nothing really much to talk about here except this trailer kind of does speak for itself, and just one problem: the game will take you down for 2 GB of space. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, a like and a subscribe goes a really long way. But now, let's get back to it.